Today we are going to concentrate on chmod command. So let us start with chmod command is basically used to change or set three types of permission. So which are the three permissions? Three permissions are read, write and execute. So you consider any file or you consider any folder. Folder here means what? Your directory. So you can assign these three types of permissions on the file or folder or directory. Now if you recall our discussion earlier, at that time when we have discussed this ls command, so we have used one option called as ls-l, right? So when I have put that particular command, I had got some output like this. Now here in this case, this desktop, documents, downloads are folders or directories. Now this -l option provides you the set of permissions on this particular folders or files, right? So at that time I have told you that this particular string is there. So actually we are going to explore this string today. Now if you calculate this string, so this is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a 10-digit number string. How actually this string is used and how we can set this. So that today we are going to discuss. Now this first bit indicates whether this particular desktop documents is a folder or a directory. And if you observe this fourth one, this is file. So in case of file, it is blank. So this is the first bit to tell whether a particular item is folder, directory, or it is a file. Or sometimes if you create a shortcut, then some other letter is observed here. Next three numbers, actually this will tell you all about the user or owner. Then the next three bits will tell you about the group rights, and the last three bits will tell you all about the others. So we have that there are three types of users, isn't it? Single user or owner, group, or the others. So this is how actually the permission string is observed when you put this command ls-l. This particular diagram that basically three types of users are there: user, group and others, right? So this user is mostly the owner, means say suppose if I have created that particular file, so I am the owner of that file or directory. And basically we are using this chmod command to provide read, write, execute permission on this particular folder or file. The chmod can be operated in two ways. First is the symbolic or alphabetical notation. Its syntax is something like this: chmod command, category, operation, permission and the file name. This was the first method. Then second method is the octal or absolute notation. Here the syntax is chmod, 3-digit octal number and the file name. So in this way, two ways we can use this chmod command to set or change the privileges or rights to the different types of users. So one by one we are going to see how actually both these methods are used. Regarding the symbolic notation, we have to consider this table. So in this syntax, if you remember, the first is the category, then second is the operation and third is the permission. So basically this table, first is category, second is permission, third is the operation. No, I think I have reversed it. Operation is second and this is third. So Basically, category will include U, G, O. U stands for the owner or the single user. G stands for the group. Then O stands for the all other system users. Sometimes now all these different types of users are collectively put in the A. Means what? All the users. Then second set is the operations. Now when I use the plus sign means what? That permission will be assigned. If I put the minus sign, then that particular permission will be removed. And if I give equals to sign, then means I am assigning absolute permission. Means only that permission is given to that type of user. Then the third part of that syntax was the permission. And just now we have discussed there are three types of permission: read, write, and execute. And each are denoted by the symbol R, W, and X. So don't get confused that since it is execute, it should start with E. No, in Linux, execute permissions are always denoted by X. So this is the table for the symbolic notation. Now we are next going to see again the examples. So from the particular table, we have seen what could be the category. Then we have seen the operation. Operation means our plus minus equals to, and we have seen the permission, that is read, write, X. And last part of the syntax is file name. So let us take some examples. Now here, say suppose I have to write the syntax that assign the execute permission for user or owner, group, and others. Now here, how to frame the particular command? Since I have to assign the command. Assign means what? I will be using the plus symbol. Then execute permission, X. Then I have to give this execute permission to user, group, and others. Now see here how it is written. Started with chmod. Then second is, first part is we have to mention here a category. Category is our UGO. Operation is plus. And which permission is to be given? X. So it is to be written X. And this ABC is my sample file name. So this is how you can assign permissions to the files using the chmod command. Now again we will see some more examples. Let us take second example. Assign all permissions for group. So see here how it is written. Group means what? G is there. All permissions means what? Read, write, X. Assign means what? Plus. So see here how it is written. Group, category, operation, plus all permissions R, W, X, and this ABC is my file name. Third example. Now say suppose assign execute permissions means X for the owner and remove read permissions. Remove means what? Here minus sign will be there. Then read permissions minus R to group and others. So how will you write this? So here see, user is to be given plus X. And what about others? GO. Now since this user, group, and others are having different permissions, first I will mention user, its rights, then comma, then group, others. Now here I have to take back their privileges. So minus R and the file name. So this is how, if there are different kinds of permissions, then we can add them in the same statement using the comma. The last example here, assign read the permission to all the three users and remove all remaining permissions. Now this is some kind of an absolute instruction. Means No other privileges are to be given. Only read permission is given to all three types of user. So in such scenario, we will be using the equals to symbol. This is for the absolute permission. So how actually this command is written? So observe here, chmod ugo is equals to, this is for the absolute permission, r abc. Means what? These three types of users are having only read permission and no other permission. No other permission means what? Write and execute permissions are not allowed. This is how we can write the instructions in symbolic or alphabetical notation. How you have to remember this? Symbolic means what? Some sort of alphabet will be used. Alphabets are U, G, O. Again, next we are going to discuss how to assign the chmod command using the octal notation. So for that, we have to refer this particular table. I have put some numbers. Now we know that octal is having the numbers from 0 to 7, isn't it? So if I give there 0 means no permission will be given. If I put there 1, then execute permission is there. Then if I put there 2, then write permission is there. If I put 4, then means read permission will be there. And if I want to combine, say suppose two permissions, means say suppose if I write here 5. So 5 means what? 4 plus 1. Now 4 is what? Read is there and 1 is what? Execute is there. So if I put there 5, that means read and execute permissions are there. If I put 6, then read and write permission is there. And if I put 7, that means all the permissions are given. So this 7 and 0 are total opposite. So here no permission is there and 7 means all permissions are there. So let us now see again how this syntax is there and we will refer some particular example. Now here the syntax is here 3-digit octal number is to be written and the file name is to be written. Now say suppose take one example. Here say what I am going to do. Assign all the permissions for the user. All permissions means what? From the last table we have seen that if all three permissions are given, then 7 number is to be used. So we are going to use the number 7 for the user. Read and execute for group. Now for read, what is the octal notation? 4. For execute, it is 1. So 4 plus 1, we can write there 5. 5 for the group. Then no permission for others. No permissions means what? 0. And 0 for the other group. This is 0 and this is O for the file ABC. So let us see how actually it is written. Now since the syntax is first U is to be referred, for U our permission is 7. For read and execute for G it is 5. And last for others 0 is there. So in this way we can write or set the instruction for the particular file ABC in the octal notation in this way. In symbolic and alphabetical, you are going to use a UGO notation. But here in octal, you will be putting the numbers. Now these are the two ways how you can change or set the permissions. Once again, I'll show you one particular snapshot right here. Now say suppose I will be writing this chmod in front of my prompt. Then this is octal notation. I will be say suppose writing my octal instruction and in front of the file on which I want to assign the permissions. So say suppose if I write here 6 means what? This first set is for user or owner. So this user or owner will have the read as well as the, say suppose, write instruction, write permission. Then 4 means what? Only read permission is given to the group. And the last one, 4, again this is a read instruction only for the others. Means this particular command will assign read and write permission to the user, then read permission to the group, and read permission to the others as well. So in this way, you can utilize this chmod command.